Hello everybody, this video is going to walk you through the peer revising of the research essay. This says for fall 2017, but you again look at the dates that are specific for the semester that you are in. So first of all, you will be doing two of these peer revisings. And I'm not saying editing, revising. Editing is sentence structure. You can do that on your own or you can use NetTutor. Revising is, do you have topic sentences? Are they clear? Are you supporting them well? Is your thesis strong? That's what revising is. So what you're going to do, there are two of those each. You'll have two of those. It's 10% of your grade. And then here, although the peer revising takes place in the discussion board, it's not a discussion board. It will count as a peer revising grade. Here, there will be no peer editing, and you can use NetTutor, tutors, or you can have other authors, other people read your essays for that. Again, this is peer revising. There will be no editing. Okay, good. The peer revising that you complete will look like a formal outline, and I will show you what that looks like in 1 second. The due dates. Now the due dates for this, for the fall 2017, are going to be different than whether you're in my spring 2018 class, etc. But remember, this is in the week 12, week 13 module. So this will be due in week 13 on that Wednesday. And then by Friday, well, what you'll do is, well, let me say it. You're going to put together, you're going to peer revise someone else's essay. So you're going to post it. You're going to post a rough or a sloppy copy of your research essay by Wednesday in the discussion board. This is Wednesday of week 13, which happens to be the 8th for this class, for this semester. Then when you're there, you're going to turn around and you're going to choose another student's paper to revise. So you'll reply to that person in the discussion board. This way other students know that that paper is taken. Then you have until Friday to take their paper and revise it. And you're going to do this in a formal outline manner, and that's what I'm going to show you. But on Friday before 11:59 p.m., you will go back to that student and you will copy and paste your formal revising of their essay into a discussion board thread so that they have it. And that's what I'm going to grade you on. And again, you're going to use the peer revising rubric. That's what we're going to use for getting a grade on this. So if you don't put your essay up, your own essay, by Wednesday, it's a 0. If you say you're going to do someone's paper, you're going to revise it, and you don't put their information up by Friday by 11:59 p.m., it's a 0. It's very important that you get this done on time because the students need that feedback in order to take it, change their paper around, and have it in time to submit their final copy to me by Sunday. Now look, also I wanted to say that when you submit your rough copy, your sloppy copy on Wednesday, it needs to be complete. Don't hand in two paragraphs. Or I have the intro, 2 body paragraphs, and the conclusion, but I don't have the opposing paragraph. No, it's not acceptable. This must be complete. Does it need to be perfect? No, but it must be complete. All right, so let me come down here. If you want to, page 63 in your book will show you a format of how I want it set up. But here you're going to look at the thesis statement in the essay you're revising, the body paragraphs. You're going to look for the topic sentences, the conclusion, and then here, blah, blah. You can look at this. However, I have a student example that I'm going to go to, and I think it'll make it more clear. So the document I just have up here is peer revising for the research essay. I'm going to click on it again. That's where I got the document we just looked at. It was here, peer revising essay and requirements. I closed it. Now I want to go to the student example. This is what your formal outline of the other student who you revise for, this is what theirs should look like. So let's take a look here. The essay, I took the name out. So here's the heading. Hey, blah, blah, blah. This will be a revision of your essay. So this is what the person wrote. So the introduction, he looked at her introduction. He said, this is her thesis. Then he gave her feedback, pro and negative, about the thesis, what he liked, what he didn't like, or it can be all positive. Then he went to paragraph 1, which would be body paragraph 1. He wrote down the topic sentence. He wrote down the examples that she used, You don't need to do it sentence for sentence, just give an overview of the examples and then the closing sentence that was used for that paragraph, and then he gave the feedback on this paragraph. Now if you are revising someone's paper and you can't find a topic sentence, right, there is no topic sentence. And then down for feedback, you might want to say, be sure to have a topic sentence or Mr. Howell's going to give you a 0 for this paragraph. Okay, so then you'll go to paragraph 2, same thing. You'll go to paragraph 3, the same thing. Paragraph 4, the same thing. Paragraph 5, and they should have an opposing paragraph. So make sure they have that. But it's the same thing for each body paragraph. Topic, the examples or the support they use, closing sentence to tie this together nicely, give the feedback, and then the conclusion paragraph, give feedback. So that's that. This is what you should be doing. This is what yours should look like. If you want to get 4 out of 4 points, this is a good example to follow. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to backtrack one quick second to make sure I have everything here. So the video is here. Okay, the peer revising rubric is here. Everything you need is here. Alright everybody, if you need any help, let me know. Watch the video, read over the essay requirements, look at the student example. It will help you. And again, this isn't due until week 13. So you have a little time. And again, make sure your essay is complete before you submit your sloppy copy. Thank you.